Welcome to the Anh English. Speaking is the game changer for your English learning journey. It's the tool that can elevate your skills faster than you ever thought possible. Imagine this. You've set your mind to learning English. You read stories, watch your favorite TV shows with subtitles, and that's fantastic. But if you're not practicing your speaking skills, it's like trying to learn to ride a bike by just reading about it. Action is the key, and speaking is where the magic truly begins. Speaking is like swimming. You can't master it by standing on the edge of the pool. You have to dive in. Let me break it down for you. When you practice speaking, you're not translating every single word from your native language into English. Instead, you're using what you know to express yourself. This process trains your brain to think in English, bringing you closer to fluency with every sentence. Think about it. The more you speak, the easier it gets. Imagine someone asks, "How are you?" Instead of hesitating, you confidently respond, "I'm great, thanks." Small exchanges like this might seem simple, but they are powerful practice moments. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve perfection right away, but to keep trying. Every attempt strengthens your ability, making English feel more natural with time. Speaking is like a workout for your brain. The more you engage, the stronger and faster it becomes. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and suddenly forgotten a word? It's frustrating, right? But these moments are golden opportunities for learning. When you're actively speaking, you're forced to think on your feet. If you forget a word, the person you're talking to might help, or you can explain it differently. For example, imagine you're at a cafe and can't remember the word sugar. You could say, "Can I have some of that sweet white thing?" Chances are, the waiter will smile and say, "Oh, sugar." That real-life moment helps you remember the word far better than just reading it in a book. Every conversation is a lesson, and each one brings you closer to mastering English. Speaking also builds your confidence. It's natural to feel nervous, thinking, "What if I make a mistake?" Or, "What if people don't understand me?" But mistakes aren't failures. They're stepping stones. For instance, if you say, "I go to the store," and someone corrects you with, "I went to the store," you've just learned something new. The act of trying is already a success. Confidence doesn't mean never making mistakes. It means being okay with them. Remind yourself, "I'm not afraid of mistakes. I'm learning." The more you speak, the more natural it feels. And soon, English will become second nature to you. Speaking helps you improve your pronunciation too. As you speak, you hear yourself and can compare your pronunciation to how native speakers sound. This repetition trains your ears and mouth to produce clearer, more natural sounds. Think of it like learning a song. You listen, repeat, and practice until it feels effortless. Take the word water in American English, which sounds a bit like waiter. Try saying it aloud. Waiter. Repeat it a few times. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Don't hesitate to mimic native speakers. It's one of the best ways to improve your pronunciation. Over time, you'll notice your speech becoming smoother and more confident. Beyond pronunciation, speaking helps you internalize grammar naturally. You don't need to memorize every grammar rule to use them correctly. As you practice, your brain starts to recognize patterns. For example, you might begin by saying, "I go to the park yesterday." At first, it's not perfect, but with time and practice, you'll naturally start saying, "I went to the park yesterday." This process is similar to how children learn their first language. They listen, try, and gradually improve. Speaking allows you to use grammar in real-life situations, which helps it stick in your mind far better than studying it in isolation. Speaking is the bridge to fluency. Every sentence you say, every conversation you have, brings you closer to mastering English. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. The key is to keep trying, learning, and improving. Now, you might wonder, how can I practice speaking every day if I don't have anyone to talk to? Don't worry, there are plenty of simple and fun ways to practice speaking English on your own. First, try reading out loud. Pick something you enjoy, a book, an article, or even the subtitles from your favorite TV show. Read the words out loud and focus on saying them clearly. This helps you get used to how English sounds and trains your mouth to form the words more smoothly. Don't stress about perfection, just give it your best shot. Over time, you'll notice your speaking speed and confidence improving. Here's a bonus tip. Record yourself while reading. Then, listen to the recording and compare it to how native speakers pronounce the same words. You'll be amazed at how quickly you notice and improve your own pronunciation. Another great way to practice is by using apps with artificial intelligence. There are many apps designed to simulate conversations, so it feels like you're talking to a real person. These apps let you practice anytime, anywhere, without the pressure of speaking in front of others. Most of these apps even provide feedback on your pronunciation and grammar, which makes them like a private tutor in your pocket. Spend just 10-15 minutes a day practicing with an app, and you'll see noticeable progress in a short amount of time. And don't forget, the key to improving is consistency. The more you practice speaking, the more natural it will feel. Speaking not only builds your vocabulary, but also helps you think faster, speak more clearly, and grow your confidence. Speaking is a skill that grows with every attempt. Even if you only say a few sentences each day, those small steps will add up to big progress. The important thing is to keep going and never give up. So start today. Whether you're reading out loud, practicing with an app, or chatting with a friend, every word you speak brings you closer to fluency. Mistakes are just part of the journey, so don't let them hold you back. Instead, embrace them as opportunities to grow. Every conversation, every practice session, and every effort you make is a step forward. Trust yourself and the process. You're learning, and that's what matters most. Before you go, here's a fun challenge for you. What's the first thing you'll say in English today? Write it down or say it out loud, and let's practice together. If you found this lesson helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others who are learning English. And don't forget to follow the next episode of the Anh English for more tips and lessons to improve your English skills.